Mm-hmm.
We meet because we like to talk about meeting. We use that cliche term, black people need to get together.
Mm-hmm.
Black people get together all the time and have what we call meetings. Meetings. I first started thinking about this back in the late 1950s or early 1960s. I was looking at television, and it was a fellow who somebody was interviewing him, and he looked like he was a little bit, I couldn't tell for sure, but it looked like he might have been drinking a little bit, but what he was saying was making sense. Just an ordinary black person on the street. I think it was somewhere in Mississippi. And he was asked about the black people's plight and all like that. And he says, well, we had a lot of meetings around here trying to figure out what to do. He says, and black people are the meetingest people in the world, but we never do's nothing. And so that kind of stuck with me, and so I started observing that ever since the 1960s.
Yes, sir.
And we draw big crowds, and everybody gets all worked up, and we clap our hands, and we jump up and down, and then we walk away exhausted, and then everything is business as usual. So that's when I started thinking about what we really need is a code.
Yes, sir.
That when we walk away from the meetings, what do we actually do on a day-to-day basis? Because you have to be somewhere when you walk away from a meeting.
Mm-hmm. This is true.
So it all comes down to where are you going when you walk away from the meeting, and what are you going to do when you get there? That's what it really is.
Okay.
And so you have to codify. I said that's the missing link.
Codify.
And that's when I started writing.
Yes, sir.
What I call the textbook for victims of racism.